Yeah.
So good morning. Today I'm actually going to be talking about my social identity and my framework and the areas that I'm really interested in. So one of the first things you need to know about myself is that I come from Africa. I come from Southern Africa, and we have a saying, it's umuntu, abantu, ababantu. What that means is that a person is a person because of people. This worldview really speaks into who I am as a social worker, and it speaks into the way I do my community development. Because of this worldview, it has taken me many places. It's also shown me where I want to go as a social worker. And that being said, I am a generalist community development social worker who follows a strength-based anti-oppressive approach. And I also steal or borrow from other approaches which I really like, which is critical theory, empowerment, and feminism. So when I was saying that Ubuntu ties into how I am and how I feel as a social worker, what that means for me is that I grew up where community was the most important part and played a very big part in who you became and what you are. So seeing that there and working with the community on a community development level, I noticed that in Canada, community is seen as very fragmented into the different areas that people come from. So I would like to see community integrate, because Canada is a very inclusive society. So bringing people together as a community development social worker is very important to me. In my practicum, what we try to do is, because we know we have had problems with child and family services and certain communities, and specifically the community we worked with, which was the South Sudanese, our work and our role was to try and bring them together in the best way possible. And so for us, that was one of the funniest and one of the best experiences that we ever had, because we decided, being the academic social workers that we are going to use an appreciative inquiry model. And so saying that the first meeting that we had it all planned. This is how we were going to do things. We had, trying to pull out the strength, trying to pull out the weaknesses, trying to show them which way to go. And unfortunately, life being life, and this is really good practice for anybody, is that when we got there, they controlled how it went. They controlled how the meeting was. And that's what community development is all about. It's about the community. It's about what they want and how they want to do it. The only way community can grow is if they buy into it. And if this is theirs, they will work very hard to make sure that they can make this work. For the South Sudanese community, one of the big problems that we had was the fact that they are also fractured as a community into different tribal groups. And the war in South Sudan is not helping them. So in saying that, we had to try and bring all these different tribes, the Shilluk, the Anuak, the Dinka, all of them together to be able to start talking to each other about what's important to them. And for them, the important thing and the best thing for them is the health and safety of their children. So that is what I'm going to be talking about in the next coming TED Talks and Sophie Talks in the next few weeks. Thank you very much.